This year, Malaysia celebrates 50 years of independence. It's a fast-changing society with a new king, one of the youngest in the world. Tuanku Mizan Zainul Abidin is only 45. He's a thoroughly modern man, but a champion of tradition. He must lead a double life, performing his public duties under the spotlight as a king, and protecting his private role as a man, husband and father. At a crossroads in his own life, about to be crowned king, Tuanku Mizan allowed us to be special guests at his coronation. An exclusive opportunity to go behind the scenes of a spectacular ceremony, to see a man becoming a king. The Royal Palace in Kuala Lumpur. Here, in just a week's time, a new king will be installed. Preparations for this historic event are in full swing. The throne room must be renovated. The precious royal regalia, the symbols of power, must be repaired and polished. Hundreds of staff must be rehearsed and drilled. The coronation will be transmitted live on television. The nation will be watching. But there's an even bigger challenge. Palace staff must satisfy the toughest critic of all, King himself. They must face the fact perfection is the only option.
We have to be ready.
It's 50 years since Malaysia became independent, and the coronation is expected to be the high point of this anniversary year. The event is keenly awaited in the capital city, Kuala Lumpur. KL, as most people call it, was once a Wild West town made wealthy by tin mining. It's become one of the great cities of modern Asia. Its skyline, especially the world-famous Petronas Twin Towers, is a symbol of this young nation's ambitions. Islam is the official faith in Malaysia, and the king is a devout Muslim. But the nation is a melting pot of different peoples and faiths. And it is the only elected rotating monarchy in the world. Peninsular Malaysia is a federation of states. 9, the majority, are ruled by sultans. The king is chosen from among them, this time from the state of Terengganu. This patchwork of states became a new nation just 50 years ago. On August 31st, 1957, the very first Prime Minister, Tunku Abdul Rahman, declared a united Malaya independent.
Merdeka! Merdeka! Merdeka!
The Prime Minister, who was himself of royal blood, believed that Malaya should have its own king. But there was a problem. There were 9 powerful and assertive Malay sultans. Which one should be chosen? Tunku's solution was a political masterstroke. He proposed that the sultans take turns becoming the supreme ruler.
The king of kings would then be elected amongst the brother rulers, from the brother rulers. So he would then, for a duration of time, for about 5 years, a fixed time, he would then be the king of kings.
This supreme ruler would hold power for a fixed term of just 5 years. All of the sultans would get a chance to be elected king over time, and the world would have its one and only rotating monarchy. Within 2 weeks of independence, the new Federation of Malaya had its first king.
Daulat Tuanku. Daulat Tuanku.
And this is unique in the world. It's really a unique system because it's never repeated elsewhere.
Almost 50 years later, the rulers of the Malay states still meet in the National Palace every 5 years to vote for the new king. An order of succession was set in 1957. The longest ruling sultan went first. The role of the council is to make sure the next in line meets with majority approval. It's a secret ballot, and a sultan needs 5 votes to become king. All deliberations are secret, but the election of Tuanku Mizan never appeared in doubt.
First of all, I thank God for my election, and also I feel relieved and thankful to the Council of Rulers for their trust in me to perform this duty as the Agung.
Tuanku Mizan was officially proclaimed king in December 2006, nearly 5 months before the actual coronation. The king is head of Islam. He can declare a state of emergency, appoint judges, and has the right to pardon. But in reality, the role is largely ceremonial. 50 years after independence, Malaysia is looking to make its mark on the region and the world. There is intense interest in the new king. It will be a testing 5 years, as he strives to reconcile the old and the new, progress and tradition. What kind of man can carry such a heavy burden on his shoulders? It's less than a week to the coronation, but Tuanku Mizan already has a crammed schedule of royal duties. Today he visits the Araudia stables near Kuala Lumpur for a meeting to promote Malaysian sports. The king is passionate about many things, but as he settles into his new job, he must balance his own enthusiasms with public duty. It is a task that he was trained for from birth. Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin was born in 1962. The family has a long and distinguished history. His grandfather served as the 4th king in the 1960s. As he grew up, the prince enjoyed the privileges of royal family life and learnt its complex rituals. In spite of the pressures of royal duty, his parents valued close bonds with their children, a tradition the new king guards with his own family. The young prince was educated at local schools and is remembered by his school friends with affection.
Taman alam persekolahan, Tuanku ni masih lagi mengingati kawan-kawan sekolahnya. Sebagai contoh, di mana saya pernah terserempak ataupun berjumpa dengan Tuanku di masjid, dan Tuanku sambil bersalam masih lagi bertanya khabar, dan kalau di majlis-majlis rasmi Tuanku sempat lagi menegur walaupun dengan ekor matanya lah.